So if there's one thing that you know me for, it's that, well, I love trains. However, aside from trains, another thing that brings me joy as well, Happy Tree Friends. Now, Happy Tree Friends is a TV show that, well, was created by Mondo Media, by Ken Navarro and Aubrey, I forgot his last name. I can't pronounce it anyway, but, well, they made the show so that way they can make a cartoon that adults can enjoy. However, this cartoon is not your average ordinary children's cartoon. Oh no. This cartoon involves blood, gore, violence, smoking, and, well, some garbled English swear words. Yes, the characters do curse, except it's in a garbled English, because, well, these characters can't really speak English. They speak in a garbled language that it mainly consists of gibberish and some English words. Sometimes you hear them say names, sometimes you hear them say hello or come on. But the show is very cute, but at the same time, it's also wrong. The show pretty much involves these cute, innocent looking creatures. I mean, except for Flickpea, but that's another story. They're pretty much doing some sort of activity, whether it's having a tea party or skateboarding or whatever. And then, well, chaos ensues and it's just death and blood and violence. Now, most people hate Happy Tree Friends because of how mean spirited it can be sometimes. And yes, characters can be mean spirited, and there's a lot of death. However, that's just the joy of this. There's a lot of death because, well, cartoons isn't just for adults. I mean, look at South Park, look at Family Guy, hell, even The Simpsons. Happy Tree Friends is definitely not for kids, which is why I feature them on my channel. However, it's not because the blood and gore is why I like Happy Tree Friends. It's because, well, the characters are adorable. Cuddles, yes, he can be rebellious, he can sometimes be mean and flaky, but for the most part, he's sweet, caring, charming. He's just a sweet rabbit. And Petunia, she likes to be clean because she has OCD. And yeah, there was that one time where she fat shamed Disco Bear in the episode Ipso Fatso. And not to mention that, well, she has jumped to conclusions whenever she thought Lammy destroyed her stuffed bear. But Petunia is a really sweet skunk. She's like Fifa La Fume or Flower from Bambi and Tiny Toons. And while Pop, most people don't like Pop. And for good reason. He is definitely not the best father. But I mean, at least he's not too harsh with his son. Yes, he swatted his hand when he tried to grab for scissors, but he was trying to protect him. And there was that, but I think the spot that earned my respect for Pop was in the episode A Whole Lot of Love, whenever he had Sniffles, the mole, and Lumpy help build a giant drill to save Cub from an underground well. That's definitely earned my love spot for Pop, which is why I have a plush of him. It's not because I think he's a great character. It's because of that amazing moment he had in A Whole Lot of Love. He's not the best father, but he tries his best. I mean, he's no bandit healer, but he tries his best. However, my most favorite characters are Cuddles and Petunia. I do like the other characters like Giggles, Disco Bear, Flippy, Lifty and Shifty. I mean, the only characters I don't like is Buddhist Monkey, Crow Marmot, and Lumpy. Lumpy's for good reason, he's an idiot. Crow Marmot, he's just silent, he's uninteresting. Buddhist Monkey, he's just, well, different from the Happy Tree Land. He's different from all the other Happy Tree Friend characters. He is, well, some sort of crime fighting theme. However, Happy Tree Friends has some pretty nice characters. Now, how I got into it was, well, I was I was watching like a VeggieTales cartoony, which if you don't know what those are, it's pretty much the VeggieTales theme song while they play clips from cartoons instead of, well, VeggieTales clips. as usual in a montage. However, they had clips from this cute looking TV show. And I also heard about it again on a video of most annoying theme songs, which I agree the Happy Tree Friends theme can be a bit annoying. But well, that's the intent. Try to make it feel like it's some annoying kids show by having an annoying theme song. They made it purposely annoying because, well, they're trying to make it feel like a kids show, but it's not. And well, then we got into, however, the first Mondo Media show I watched was actually not Happy Tree Friends. It was Batman and Pirate Man, which involved this Batman and Spider-Man ripoff, just having adventures around the house, whether it's playing with a pumpkin and a tuba, or just, I don't know. Which, they have some pretty nice episodes. My sister found it on her 3DS Nintendo Watch thing, and then we got into it. Then we found it on YouTube, and throughout it, we were also getting recommended Happy Tree Friends episodes. And the first time I found out that Happy Tree Friends was not a kid show was I was watching an Angry German Kid video where he was watching Happy Tree Friends. He was watching the episode where Scrooged, and he was surprised when he saw the death. However, how I really got into it was while my brother started watching it, and well, it had a lot of death and blood and gore, and that made me sick. The most painful episode for me to watch for the first time was Ice Cold Lemonade, where Petunia's eye gets made into blood lemonade, which that's not actually the inside of an eye. I found out it was just made to, they just used the design of a citrus fruit instead of the anatomy of an eye, so that way it wouldn't be too difficult. Then I was quarantined throughout COVID, and so I was trying to watch shows. One of them was Angry Kid, the other one was Happy Tree Friends, obviously. I started watching a couple of episodes, and well, pretty soon I started to love the series. There was one moment where I was thinking about the episode Cheesy Does It, which was a break involving Shifty eating a slice of very cheesy pizza, but the cheese was so hot it melts his face off. However, I got a really horrible stomach ache, and well, my skin felt cold just thinking about it. But then after a while, it stopped, and eventually I decided to take a break from Happy Tree Friends, and I started watching it again. And now I love the series, and now I collect the plushes of the characters. So far I have 3, and that's Cuddles, Petunia, and Pop. I think Flaky's gonna be next, but yeah. I decided to introduce Happy Tree Friends into Drew Thomas with the episode entitled Bart, Lisa, and Happy Tree Friends. Then I decided to feature one of the episodes, A Whole Lot of Love, and my first attempt of a movie, Thomas and the Haunted Amusement Park. And then, finally, I made it a character in the episode Percy's Hellos and Goodbyes. Cuddles officially joined the Superstationeers. And then, after Drew Thomas the movie, Petunia joined the team. Now, I wanted to feature Petunia and Drew Thomas the movie, but there's just no way for me to write her in there. And originally, Petunia was going to be part of Show Me Train. She was originally going to be a Six Flags worker who would work at the food places, but I realized I don't really know any employees. I mean, now I could probably do it if I talked to the employees and got the okay from them, but well, at the same time, I'm not going to do that because Six Flags is a family establishment. And plus, Show Me Trains is pretty much just canceled. And so, I pretty much decided to make Petunia my assistant conductor. Now, most people hate Happy Tree Friends. In fact, Mondo Mia did a whole video of the creators reading hate mail, where it was just verbal text towards the show. And I was like, "Aw, they were working so hard to make this show." I mean, animation does not have to be for kids. I mean, like I said, South Park, Family Guy, not for kids, but you know. You see, Happy Tree Friends teach us this valuable lesson. Don't be deceived by appearances. Anyway, so I'll be watching the new Happy Tree Friends episode today, and I'm very happy that they're returning. And I'm hoping that they'll make more episodes in the future. So, I can say if Ken Navarro and them are watching this, nice show, guys. It was, like, seriously, this is amazing. I like the show. Like, the characters are really adorable. In fact, that's why I collect the plushes of them. I mean, I don't think they're licensed plushes. I'm pretty sure they're like knockoffs, but well, still, it's good plushes for me to collect. Well, anyway, that's all to say. So, um, feel free to check out the new Happy Tree Friends episode entitled "Too Much Screen Time" or "Scream Time," which is going to be released at 5 p.m. It's going to premiere at 5. So, yeah. And in no way do I endorse Mondo Media or Happy Tree Friends. This is all made for entertainment purposes. All characters and properties belong to the original creators, Aubrey and Ken. Anyway, so subscribe to Drew Thomas for more, videos involving the Happy Tree Friends characters. Pretty soon I'm going to be releasing Stripe, Rad, and Pat Watch the THX logo, which are characters from Bluey. But anyway, this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night, and Happy Tree Friends rocks.